Let's look at documents. So the easiest way is to go to the activities and schedule. You go to documents, and this document section is your personal document section. So as you begin to look at it, what you'll see is that you can control who sees what. So for instance, some of the documents that I've already loaded, some are private. They're just for me. I don't want anyone else to see. And if they're a document, whether it's a PDF or a Word document, you'll see those here. If you see the globe with a little www, those are really links. They're URLs that are stored as pointers. And so you can basically slice and dice this in a way where you can say, well, these are private, or I want everyone to see this. I want to send this particular file to someone. I don't want to share it with them, but I do want to send them a copy. So this allows you to do a lot of different things. In addition, when you're adding a document to your personal documents section, you can either do it from Dropbox. So if you have a Dropbox account, then you can, in essence, instead of having to store the document in two places, here and Dropbox, you can just simply say add from Dropbox, and it'll drop the link to your Dropbox file here. And so you have a pointer to it. And it's the same thing from Google Drive. So when you're adding a document, you can just click Add Document. And if it's a file, you just type in the name of the file here. If you have a description, fine. You can hit Browse, and it'll bring up all your files, and you can choose one of those. And once you've chosen the file, you then can choose how you want to share it. It defaults to private, meaning only you can see it. And so if you were to just hit upload, assuming that I had selected a file, then you could upload that file and it would be in your documents section. Also note that there's a file size limit. So if you're going to have a lot of large files, you may want to have a Dropbox or a Google Drive account and then just simply link to it from this section. If you want, you can say, well, I want it private, but I just want to show one or two other people, and then you could begin to type, and it would grant access to those individuals that you select. The other option is if you say, well, I really just want to make it for everybody that's within our domain to see this file, and so you could just make it public, and everybody that's within your firm can have access to it. The other option, in addition to a file, is you can have a URL, in which case you would say, you know, if you wanted, if there was a particular court or something that you wanted everyone to go to, so you could add that in here. And so then later you can attach this document or this URL really to like action. So if somebody had an action to go check out the new court dates, you could attach this link to that action. And so ultimately you just type in the information, you type in whether you want it public or private, and then you click upload and it will add it to your section. And so this is basically how the documents are managed.